guys, I'm back again today with another comic book haul. I'm very slowly getting back into making videos again, so please be patient. But on a positive note, because I haven't uploaded in a long time, I have a lot of books to go through. Woohoo! Before we jump into the comic book haul, I just want to do a quick shout out to DC Comics, who sent me this Supergirl book about a month ago, I think, to review on the DC Fans channel. So this is Supergirl book 1 by Peter David. This was like the 90s run of Supergirl, which actually wasn't about Kara Zor-El. It was about this character called Matrix, which was this sort of synthetic life form created by Lex Luthor, but she was still Supergirl. And I will leave a link here if you do want to go and watch that review, because I highly recommend this book and this run. It's really good. But let's get into the actual haul. First up, we have Action Comics 967. I've got Superman number 10 and Superman number 11. Now at the moment, these series are kind of quite equal in terms of me liking them. I don't prefer one over the other. I actually really enjoy the story in both of them. I think they're really picking up right now, so I feel like it's a fantastic time to jump on. Like, the arcs aren't extremely out of place that if you jump on you'll be like, what is happening? So I do suggest picking up these Superman ongoing issues if you are interested in reading a little bit more about Superman, because I can't find a fault in these issues so far. They've just been really good. Next we have New Superman issue number 5. This series was very good at the beginning, dropped in the middle, and now it's slightly picking up. I feel like it's kind of got its feet a little bit more. I'm not sure where it's going to go in the future. I am going to keep picking it up because I'm very interested in the different story of Superman and the Justice League of China. Very interesting. If you haven't picked this one up, it's only on issue 5 at the moment, so they're very easy to just jump onto. Basically, it's about a Chinese Justice League, but all the characters are kind of completely different. Well, maybe except for the Batman, the Chinese Batman. They're all very different from the actual real Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. So it's something a little different, which I like. And I feel like it's a fun series at the moment, so I do suggest picking this one up. It's only on issue 5 at the moment. Next up is Supergirl issue number 3. I feel like this is picking up a bit more. I kind of did enjoy this issue. The other one's not so much, but it is getting better. I will point that out, it is getting better. Supergirl issue number 3, probably about a 3 out of 5, I would say. Next up is Trinity issue number 3. I'll be honest, I have no idea where this series is going, but funnily enough, that's not actually a bad thing. This issue was a little bit messy and sort of all over the place, but I can see that they're trying to pull through into a very sort of psychological look at our holy trinity of DC. So I am very interested in still continuing this series. I will point out that it is a little bit all over the place, but it is 1,000 times better than the Justice League one, so of course, if you're looking for just your 3 mains, Trinity is a good one to pick up. Next we have Batman issue number 10 and Batman issue number 11. I'm really glad that, this was a while ago, but that Monster Men arc is over. I just got so bored of it and I was just over it. I feel like this new thing now with Bane is seeming a little bit more interesting to me, now that Catwoman's in and a few other characters. It's a bit more exciting because I want to see more of Batman villains. I don't want new people introduced that, you know, I have no interest in. I don't mind new villains, but if I don't have an interest in them, then they kind of fall flat for me, and I feel like that's what happened with the Monster Men. At the moment, I feel like it's getting quite good, so I'm really excited to see where this leads to. Next, we have Wonder Woman issue number 10. Cannot fault this series, probably one of my favorite in the DC Rebirth. I feel like this is just doing all kinds of good. So each alternate issue, they're actually doing sort of Wonder Woman year 1 issues where she first is introduced to the world as Wonder Woman, and then every next alternate issue it goes back to the present time. So it's really cool to see how these characters have kind of progressed in the future, because of course we're seeing past and future, and with each new issue we're seeing how it's affected them. So I'm really enjoying Wonder Woman at the moment, and I highly suggest picking Wonder Woman up if you are not, because it is probably one of my favorite in the Rebirth series so far, I would say. Along with Superman. And let it be known that Superman is the top, always. Don't doubt me. Next, I caught up a little bit on Raven because I didn't even realize that the 2nd issue had come out, and suddenly the 3rd issue was being released, and I was like, when did the 2nd issue come out? I have no idea. So I picked up Raven issue number 2 and Raven issue number 3. So I really enjoyed the 1st issue. The second and third issue were a little bit iffy to me. I don't like the whole magical explosion and people getting taken over their bodies and then things being dragged inside. It's just been done before. I just wish something a little bit different could happen because this is kind of a different alternative character. Raven's always kind of been like that. So I feel like I'm not really sure where this is going. It was really good at the start and now I'm gonna continue picking it up because I want to see where it goes, but I just feel like I'm a little bit disappointed in these last 2 issues, unfortunately. And I decided to pick up Shade the Changing Girl issue number 2 because the first one really caught my attention. It was so weird in so many crazy ways and I did actually enjoy it. It piqued my interest. So I picked up issue number 2 and to be honest, it's just as good. I think it may have even gotten better. It's a very alternative character, which is kind of fun. Like, she's not really a superhero, but she's not really a villain. She's kind of like in the middle, which is a little bit interesting, and obviously we don't know almost anything about this character at all. So I like sort of finding out things with the audience because she's not someone that, you know, we've been exposed to or anything. So we're learning things as we're supposed to be learning them, which is different to, of course, Batman, Superman. We all know the backstories of them. That with this one, it can kind of stand alone by itself, which is kind of fun. So I would highly suggest picking this up if you're looking for something a little weird and a little different. And the last one in my DC pile is Mother Panic. Now I picked up the Bengal variant because this one was such an amazing looking cover. I was like, how can I not get it? Art, amazing, loved it. But story, I don't think so. So when it comes to picking up a new story for me, I really want to identify with the character. The character doesn't have to be someone that I relate to, not necessarily, not at all. As, you know, I kind of tried to explain with Shade the Changing Girl, I don't relate to the character, but she interests me. This character, I literally give no shits about. Like, I could not care for the character. I don't want to know anything about her. I think it may be the way that it was written. It just seemed very, not violent, but kind of like the character couldn't give a shit about the audience. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's what it felt like. It felt like I didn't matter. Not that I need to matter reading a comic, but she was treating me like she was treating all the other characters in this book, which was shit. I don't know if that's a very good explanation, but that's what I felt while reading it. So I was interested, of course, because this is a character that's in, you know, the world of Batman and Gotham. So I thought, oh my god, this will be something that's, you know, is new and fun. But for me, not too sure. I don't think I'm going to be picking up the second issue. But if anyone did like it, let me know. So moving on to some of our indie comics now. So I have been picking up a lot more lately, which I'm so proud of myself. So I picked up the second issue of Spell on Wheels. Freaking love this series. I love it so much. I feel like I like it more than Paper Girls. For me, Paper Girls was like one of those independents I picked up that I was like, wow, I regret nothing. This one, I regret nothing. I really don't. In fact, I'm thinking of maybe actually buying the trade. Normally I wouldn't buy the trade if I've already got the single issues, but I feel like I want to own it in a trade. Spell on Wheels, issue number 2. If you didn't watch my last video talking about the first issue, basically they're a group of girls and someone has stolen a magical object from them and they're trying to find it, but they're very like sassy and it's very sort of Buffy Charmed-esque, which is fun. So, highly suggest picking this one up. The art is good, the colours are good, everything just pops perfectly. Love this series, highly recommend. Next book I picked up was Spirit Hunters, Spirit Hunters, issue number 1 of 12. This is from Zenoscope, not sure how to pronounce it. I enjoyed this. I feel like I want to say I enjoyed this, and I will probably pick up the next issue. I really love supernatural things. I love ghosts, anything to do with that, and sidekicks, that sort of thing, absolutely love. So things like Ghost Hunters, Spirit Hunters, I'm gonna be in. You don't have to say anything else. It's basically about a group of spirit hunters that go out and kind of, at the moment, they're trying to solve a crime, but it's a supernatural crime. So that's all I will say. Next up is me dying. Lol jokes, no. It is Motor Girl issue number 1. This one really caught my eye because of the cover. It was just so different, I guess. I don't know. This series, I'm not quite sure if I like it or not. It was okay. I was expecting something a little bit more plot driven. It kind of felt like it didn't really have a plot. It was just like, okay, we're gonna do this and see how it goes. It doesn't seem, it didn't feel like anything was really mapped out. So, and it kind of actually felt like it was more of a one-shot than an actual series. So I might pick up the second issue when it comes out and see how it goes, but I feel like this was almost like in pilot season when you go out and shoot one episode of a TV show and then you try to pitch it and then, you know, it doesn't get picked up, so they don't continue it. That's kind of what it felt like to me. So I'll let you guys make your own judgment. But don't be deterred, it was still pretty good, probably a 3 out of 5 for me. And last but not least, I have the Mummy Palimpsest, which I wish I never bought. Yes, I did not like this issue at all. I feel like it was all over the place and the writing was messy and just like a string of consciousness almost, and I wasn't too keen on the art either. So I thought, it's Egyptian, I'm probably gonna like it, picked it up, didn't like it. So, you know, it happens. Normally I do like most of the comics I pick up. There are a few that are just a miss for me, and this was definitely one of them. So that is it for all the comics that I picked up, but I do want to show you a few other things that I may have collected throughout the last month or so, mostly because it was actually my birthday in November and I got a few things that I want to share with you. So I got a few prezzies, woot. First thing I want to show you is a Power Girl Funko Pop, because I got Supergirl and now I need Power Girl obviously, so Power Girl. I also got one of these, which is a Supergirl rock candy figure. These are so freaking cool. I was not going to collect any of them, but I was given this one and I think I'm probably going to collect the rest of them. So this is Supergirl. You can actually get the modern day Batgirl, and you can get obviously the Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman, and a Harley Quinn as well. So I feel like I'm going to collect all of these because I really like the style that they're done in. They're very like Bratz doll. Not that I've ever really been into Bratz doll, but the fact that they're all DC girls to me is amazing. So I think I'm definitely going to collect these. I'm not sure if you can really see there on the back, but we've got all the different ones here, and this is Supergirl. I also got Supergirl season number 1. Now, this isn't really a show that I would normally collect, but because it's Supergirl, I thought, you know what, I think it's something I should have. So I have Supergirl season 1, because even though a lot of people don't like it, and I know most of you don't like it, I'm still going to support it because it's Supergirl, and she's my fave. So, see ya. The last comic-y thing I got is this amazing backpack. So this backpack is a bombshell cover of all the DC girls. Well, all the DC girls that matter. So, we have Supergirl, we've got Poison Ivy, we've got Wonder Woman, we've got Batgirl. I feel that's most of them. That's all. Oh, no, we've got Catwoman as well, of course, Catwoman. So, I absolutely love it. It's just got print all over it, and oh, Harley Quinn, how could I have forgotten Harley Quinn? Wow, I feel 1,000 fanboys shooting me in the face right now. All of the girls that matter, Harley Quinn included, in this amazing, amazing backpack. I just feel like it was such a good find. If anyone lives in Australia and is interested in this backpack, I got it from Zing Pop Culture, which is a shop that's sort of just kind of popped out of nowhere and has been around for a little bit now, so it always has everything amazing. Whenever anyone wants to buy me anything, I say go to Zing, because I'm gonna like everything in there. So that is all the comic-y things I got for my birthday. I hope you enjoyed this comic book haul and everything that I picked up in the last month-ish or so. As always, let me know what you guys are reading. I'm always interested to hear your opinions and your thoughts on any of the books that I have shown you here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video today, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye.